Alright everybody, and welcome back to Vampyr, and as you see, we start somehow in media res. The idea was I played a little bit off screen to hand out all the medicine and simply to check if all the dialogue options were exhausted and if I didn't overlook any kind of side quest. And doing so, I somehow got too close to our main quest, namely the house of Lady Ashbury, or the mansion to be precise, which we were supposed to attend, and so I basically stopped here in the beginning of the cutscene and just rushed into starting the recording, so we basically dive directly into our main plot. Bit unexpected, but anyways, let's go. Because somehow on this bridge, we are here on the road. I was basically planning to go up to this crossroads here to this junction and then start the recording. The game decided otherwise. And yeah, we are back here. Our maker has reappeared again in this mist of blood all around us as this devilish figure with the horns. Let's see what he has to say.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
As if this would work. If we tell some ancient entity that in the last encounter told us that it is the land itself, say, be quiet. But we are nobody's champion.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence! I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
And yeah, with that, welcome back on the streets of London. Different start than planned. But just to briefly show you, I handed out, as I said, some of the medicines around. Apart from those where I don't have the recipe yet. And given that this stacks every night, I think next night Whitechapel will go critical, given that I assume he dies. He might live one more night. He definitely doesn't. And here, we don't know anyone yet. And I think this will be the next district after we have encountered Lady Ashbury again. So I wanted to spare you all the looting here that me is randomly running around. I can't even talk today. That's brilliant. Being thrown into this recording. So yeah, I've been walking around Whitechapel and all the different districts, and London hasn't really improved. You have skulls on the streets and beasts, sometimes Ekans. You have the Guard of Pruin. I even ran into a Volcot. Oh, what's up there? I think we've been here, haven't we? I think that's where we tracked Mary in the main quest, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was. So the typical Gothic scenario. the rundown streets of London. It is not sunshine. It doesn't even look nice here. So sometimes... What the hell?
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
What the hell? Ugh. So I have to get used to the controls again, as I was just running around a little bit. Okay, we have guards here. What do we have? Guard approven. That is the Eken.
Want some of this?
Currently it's everybody against everybody. And I'm burning again. I also took the liberty to off-screen upgrade our weapon to make a little bit more damage. And wouldn't it be nice if we could just take this sword, respectively, looks a bit like a saber, which would probably make more damage than the club that we do have, which is also not really elegant, given that we are a vampire, so usually linked to this kind of elegance. Oh yeah, we're just...
No civilians allowed, sir.
I'm no civilian, and neither are you. So we're doing a little bit more. What is going on here on the streets? That's a bit like, I don't know, Walmart, like Friday?
You London.
Whoa. Shit. But I do like that all the Eken are really well dressed here on the street, so we see the difference in status. The skulls are really zombie-like vampire creatures, and the Ekens here really upper class. Doesn't even look dirty after the fight. So where the hell are we? It's a nice place. Yeah, it's definitely a nice place. Another Volkut on the street. And somehow everyone on the streets wants to kill us. We are a vampire, so theoretically they might accept us, but they don't. The Volkuts are a bit easier than the Ekens because they are much slower. I mean, they do quite a lot of damage, but it's easier to avoid them. And having that said that, I'd probably run into the next one and utterly fail. Well, yeah, I mean, normally it would be a nice neighborhood here for Lady Ashbury. Larger houses, not so dirty. Actually, it looks particularly clean given what we have seen of the rest of London. Yes, people are dying here, but let's ignore that for a second. We do have these parks, so it's green, we have nice streets. Of course, it's a bit run down, but so far that's definitely the best district we have seen, also in terms of the houses. Some barricades on the street. A bit of blood. A few corpses. But it is definitely the nicest area so far. So where do we have to go? Ah, through this very decent gate. Of
So
course.
this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Decent. Her house is basically as large as the whole hospital. Staring statues. Let's see what she has to tell us.
Dr. Reid, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
Well, I ran around, I killed people, I drained 2 of them. The usual.
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
I killed her twice. Well,
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I really like how carefree she talks about that. It's... I mean, yeah, it's kind of talking about grocery shopping. For them, it's basically that.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
And it's again the monsters, the vampires, speaking about their own existence as nightmare, and again this idea as necessary evil, what Ashbury said in a different dialogue before.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
It was a disembodied entity appearing before me, turning the whole world into blood. Gives it away?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
We recognized so much so far.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe, and of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
This is the most English thing possible. The idea of having tea time
Please,
still
call me Elizabeth.
without being able to drink
So,
tea.
my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
So the vampires as strong political and economic force behind worldly matters, colonial matters.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
So it's economy. Alright.
Will they fight the Guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
I could say I'm sorry, but... well,
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
when you look closely, you see that her eyes are normal, while ours are distinctively red. I wonder whether this is a result of having killed two people, that we turn also visually more and more into the monstrous form the more lives we take, apart from battle situations and fighting, so deciding to kill the NPCs so we can actually talk to. I wonder if that's kind of visualization of the monstrous path we take.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first, but it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
So it is the stereotypical gentleman's club of the Empire. Didn't they know better? What do I ask? It is the Conservative Party of Britain in a way.
Should I trust them?
Of
No.
course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
So be respectful but deceitful. We all lie. Interesting tips we get here.
They have done nothing but impede my investigation since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
So British nobility is vampires. That would explain a lot.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
Just a side note before we continue. William Marshall was Earl of Pembroke. Keep in mind, we're talking about Pembroke Hospital, so the name comes up again. And with that person, we talk about 13th century England. Just to give some kind of frame for the age of Pembroke. No, Redgrave.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
I see. Immortality as payment, kind of.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
Really sympathetic types, these Ascalon.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Econs I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Econ on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Priwen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
I don't want to question her, but we have seen her house, which is the most impressive house here at this place, at this small park with loads of impressive buildings. Anyways, how did she exactly sneak back into the country decently? The whole housing situation doesn't really look anything like that.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the guard in action.
Our
They are
eyes.
merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor.
Of course, in
I
Scotland.
could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
We really become the monster visually. Just look at these eyes. But, well, Lady Ashbury doesn't really comment on that.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
Saving the city, I do have bad news for you given Whitechapel.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal, but I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
She just said no.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No, I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
Sometimes Jonathan is really, really slow with that. I mean, she said no, and we are asking that again. We had the whole debate about whether she was our maker or not. Someone earlier in the game, and now he's asking again, so sometimes he's a tad slow.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Given that vampires don't have beating hearts. Well,
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor? and call me Elizabeth.
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon.
Oh, they have a beating heart.
We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Interesting. And also interesting again that the vampires use biblical terminology, antediluvian, so we talk about before the Great Flood of the Bible. Meet the Ascalon Club's leader and gain his trust. Yeah, we look perfectly normal, so if somebody meets us on the street, we don't look like a drug addict at all.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
Where do we have to go? We left the house, and it's instantly, oh, there's new dialogue. Game? Why that? And we had new dialogue at the hospital, so we might take a small detour, and I know I'm saying that basically every 10 minutes. Yeah, we are really the trustworthy guest. We just empty all the cabinets, cupboards. Where is she? Probably upstairs? What a house. Yeah, she came back and... Oh. This is us.
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Why should there be anything new? We just left the house.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least, better nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
Concerning your investigation,
Yes?
are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days, but the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent, much like her mother.
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
Was this... Wow.
Yes, Jonathan?
Nothing.
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
I wanted to... where am I? Yep. I just wanted to steal stuff. Oh, and something to read. The Blood Night Tragedy. We have again Ascalon Club here. Only a few of us remain after the shock of the Great Hunt. Oh, that's what she talked to us about. I was one of them. I remember how the sudden attack of the enemy caught us all by surprise. Blood was shed during those few nights. Some of us who survived chose to exile. I don't blame them, but I regret their lack of fortitude. For it is courage we need to protect the interests of the Empire. Courage we need to defend the values we stand for. So, the Echen and Ascalon Club are here linked to the interests of the Empire, so they're a bit like the puppet masters behind human politics and trade and economy and everything. Given that we talk about immortals that had a couple centuries to learn, in that framework of the game, it is not illogical. May we all remember that William Marshall himself, so this is the ancestor of Lord Redgrave, the Earl of Pembroke, first Earl of Pembroke, never lowered his head. My beloved Maker may be long gone now, but his presence is still among us. We keep a few drops of his sacred blood to remind us what we are and what we seek. Honor, purity, and excellence. We are upper class. This is what it screams. I had the privilege of speaking with a knight many times as his progeny and as his friend. He spoke to me of the tear of angels, the holy beverage supposed to appease the inextinguishable hunger we all feel that he never ceased to search, even without knowing if such artifact exists. I admired his tenacity, and it is his tenacity, his indefectible belief in something bigger than us that will make us survive any future great hunt launched by our enemies. Ascalon will be rebuilt, always, for it is an ideal. Interesting. So we get to know a bit more about Ascalon before we meet them, and Lady Ashbury already told us they're deceitful, don't trust them. I mean, they seem to be
It's locked, all right.
merchants and politicians anyways. Dracula. Of course, to the inspiring Lady Ashbury. There are darknesses in life and there are lights, and you are one of the lights, the light of all light. Is it the signature of Bram Stoker himself? Yes. I mean, fitting to give a vampire a book about vampires. However, with no agency, given that Dracula in the novel about him doesn't even speak. So Bram Stoker, following his own timeline as an author of Gothic literature, did not allow the monster to be a speaking agent. And we have something more to read before we continue. Personal diary, of course, that's what we have to read. Not being indiscreet or anything, not at all. 9th of May, 1913. Tonight I went with my mother visiting the stick of the East End. It had been a long time since I went in this sad part of town. To see her talking and listening to those poor people moved me beyond words. She really tries to make a difference, and really tries to help these men and women. She also killed one of them tonight. Well, it happened so quickly I did not even notice she had vanished, but when she reappeared she looked so much more alive, more vivid. I immediately knew what had just happened. She took a life and I saw nothing. We returned home without a word. If I ever become like her, I won't feed on the dying. I will kill the guilty and the brutes wherever they hide. 13th of September 1914. This afternoon 2 men tried to corner me in a back alley while I was campaigning for the women's right to vote. I called for help as loud as I could, like Mother told me. I don't know what would have happened if a soldier had not ordered them to leave me alone. He then walked me back home and tried to kiss me. I refused. He did not say a word and left. The whole story made me so sad I was still crying when Mother woke up after the night had come. I told her the whole truth and she held me against her chest. Then we went to the theatre to see Doris Fletcher in a new play. I think I'm a little bit frustrated that Mother did not rush out to make them all pay. If I were a vampire, I would not be that merciful. So she becomes a monster of vengeance then. 15th of September 1914. We had a terrible argument with Mother last night, as she refused once again to turn me into an immortal. When I reminded her of what happened to me in that strait with those two men and how things would have been different if I had been like her, or if they had carried weapons, she simply smiled and told me that to depart of this world meant to be ready to face it. I'm not sure I understand what she means, but it drives me crazy. I left home in the middle of the night to see Emily at her house, and I spent the whole day there. Maybe it's time for me to leave Mother's house and live my life, just like Emily. I love Mother so much, but it frustrates me when she refuses to talk about my conversion. 1 year later, not even, a few months later, 17th of February 1915. Tonight, I'm as sad as I'm excited, for I'm about to leave this house for good. Mother has agreed to let me have my own flat in the West End as long as it's too far from her house. I had to promise her I would be very careful. I told her how much I love her and she told me she was proud of me. I understand now that she only wants me to be as strong and independent as she is. I must admit, I'm very thankful for all she taught me through these years. She made the woman I am today. Now it's time for me to choose where to go from here. Whatever I'm going to do with my life, it's up to me. All I know is this. If I ever chose to become an immortal, I will not involve my mother in my choice. For this is my life, and I'm responsible for my actions. Charlotte Ashbury. Wait, can we actually meet her? Seems so. So West End will supposedly be quite a lot of talking. That was the loading screen of Doom. So, before we continue, let's get to the hospital because I guess we... This controller and the map, this is terrible. We have a new dialogue with Dr. Swansea. Turning right. So basically where we came from. I hope nothing has respawned. Otherwise, this very short trip will then turn into something that feels like eternity to get home. Oh, there's loot. This would be possible, or this way. Oh, nurses, I knew that we had this poster before. So, over here. District stable. Can we go? Yes, we can. Let's see what Dr. Swansea has to tell us. I mean, he has dealings with the Garda Prewin. So maybe he does have news on them. I don't know. I'm just running through all the people here because I've been dealing with them before. As I said, bit off screen, handing out medicine to avoid any further degradation of the district here. I don't know if it does any good, but we tried. There he is. What do you have to tell me?
Hello, Jonathan. Back from the city already? How is the situation over there?
Tense, to say the least.
I'm sure every obstacle will cede to your relentless determination. In the meantime, can I be of any help?
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
Oh, the legendary founder of the Ascalon Club. I'm afraid I cannot help you with that, Jonathan.
So you do know him?
All the Brotherhood knows about him is highly confidential. He is dangerously intimate with the royal family and Britain's inner circles.
Of course he is.
Are you afraid of him? Is he that dangerous?
No, but since most ancient vampires were killed or fled England during the Great Hunt of 1850, he may be the oldest British vampire. A myth in the flesh, so to speak.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
A sad story, my dear friend. Tragic, in fact. The Brotherhood was betrayed by some of its most trusted members.
Why was it a tragedy?
Not only did the Guard of Prewen hunt down and kill most ancient vampires of England, they also destroyed or confiscated their possessions. Priceless knowledge was lost in just a few nights.
So the monstrous has again an economic dimension, and also a dimension of knowledge, of course.
Tell me about the betrayal.
The founders of the Guard of Prewen stole precious and unique documents and reports from the Brotherhood's library when they left. They used them to identify and locate their next targets.
This is how they knew. This is how they created their list.
Did you know that Lady Ashbury is an artist? And rather a good one.
Well, actually, yes. I attended an exhibition of her paintings before the war. Beautiful landscapes and stunning portraits. I wish I had purchased one.
Perhaps we could go to her next exhibition, you and I.
What a beautiful idea, Jonathan. Did you know she told me once she had been a model for famous painters? But she never told me which ones.
I shall return later. Thank you, Edgar.
Well, this was it. There was a few more facts, but to be honest, not so much that the shout out via the exclamation mark was actually valid. But anyways. Now we do know how the Guard of Prewen got their list. And now we have to run back. So again, going down here. Being on the run in London.
This city is more peaceful without the bombs, but no less dangerous.
I know, I wouldn't call it peaceful what's going on here currently. Stable districts. Let's simply ignore that Whitechapel is the way it is. And somehow, as I said, I was running around before, checking on everything. Seemingly turning Sean Hampton into an Akin didn't make things worse. Everybody there is still alive. Nobody in the Dock District is sick. I don't really believe it, but it seems we made the right choice. For now, maybe that escalates later. I don't know. But so far, I was surprised that I didn't condemn a second district to perish in chaos. Sounds like weapons. So let's heal a little bit and
This is despicable.
off we go to the West End.
It's locked.
What? Ah, no. Quarantine, we know that. Present yourself at the Ascalon Club. Shouldn't we? Do we have to go left through the main entrance? I don't know. We'll see. Which of course means more killing on the streets. Sure. What is that?
We have to stop it yourselves!
A skull, I guess. A blinking skull. And Guard of Prewen.
Christ, he's dead!
That's no blinking skull, that's an Akin. There was no skull. The Ekans are far more treacherous and far faster than that. So can we get through here? Is that... We have to go here. Am I sure? Yes. My orientation in the back alleys of London here is terrible, to say the least. We're just one street away from the house of Lady Ashbury, and everything is perfectly run down again. That sounds like a skull. Hunter? Can we enter? Oh, that's her.
Recognize him? No. This one ain't on our list. Well, that's one less anyway. It'll make McCullum happy.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Yeah. We missed that scene. I'm very sorry for that. It was basically me
I
being
cannot enter.
the wrong place at the wrong time again. But we see the results, so that's fair enough. We haven't been here before. Can we go down to meet the two? Yes, we can. 27, 28.
Did you hear me?
Sure.
Go back! There's one of them! No! Watch it! It's a killer!
A killer is such a drastic word. The Ichor's threat. Something to read from a dead vampire, why not? Of all the evil and foul skulls I ever had to fight, the Ichor, or Ichor, different spelling, probably the same pronunciation, may be the worst. Not because of its fighting prowess, even if it remains a powerful and dangerous opponent, not because of its superior wit or cunning plans. An Ichor is quite blunt and straightforward in his actions and objectives. Spread diseases, contagions, and epidemics whenever and wherever it can. That sounds a bit like the ones to blame here in London. An Ichor is the incarnation of viruses and infections. Wherever it goes, sicknesses appear and quickly spread. It is like it only walks on this earth to generate plagues and epidemics, as if its skin itself diffuses sickness. Ichors are clever, sneaky, malevolent, and ferocious, capable of enduring many wounds. To spoil a water tank, a granary, or a banquet, this is the kind of things an Ichor would enjoy to do, in order to please its putrid and perverse nature. They are so rare that we do not know anything about them. Oh, interesting. So Prewen has an idea what might cause the epidemic, but doesn't really know what it is. The Lazy Brotherhood believes that they should not be considered vampires or skulls, but as something else. All I know is this: an Ichor must be destroyed by all means necessary as soon as it is spotted. So might we have an Ichor in London? Flu. And now that the fight is over, can we enter here? Or do we have to keep out? We have to keep out.
It's locked, all right.
Well, so she has to continue screaming. Oh, Madison. So where are we? Here should be our access to the West End. The door has been unlocked. Whitechapel. Alright, alright. But we don't want to go to Whitechapel, we want to stay in the West End. I'm not really sure if you want to, but we have to. Your posters, but I think it's the coughing poster. Coughing poster again, is it? Yep. Do not cough in public.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
This area should be better off than Whitechapel, but still looks terribly run down. And of course the God of Prewin is here again.
I'll take its head!
Hey. How rude of you.
Bloody monster!
Of course he can turn around in his movement. Of course he can. Oh. Public notice. Prevent influenza. Spanish. Cover each cough and sneeze with handkerchief. Walk to work. Do not spit. Drink from your own cup. Avoid crowds. If shaken, I'll go to bed and send for a doctor. To make a mask, take a piece of ordinary cheesecloth, 8 times 16 inches, fold it to make it 8 times 8 inches. Next, fold it to make 8 times 4 inches. The cord's about 10 inches long at each corner. Apply over mouth and nose as shown in the picture. Issued by the LLC Board of Health. Could also be some kind of note for Corona. So we might make her stop. Join the ranks. Again, the army. Oh, come on. Lady. Oh, shit. All right. Let's try that again. Hey, lady. This is how it's done. And now we can unlock the door from this side. That's the quarantine thing, yes. Shotgun shells. I hear more skulls. I don't know where, however. Oh, can we jump up there? Yes, we can. This is probably where the skulls are, right? We're definitely not alone in this house. It would be too easy. But now it's quiet. Too quiet. We found a hideout. Alright. That was not what I was expecting here. Shouldn't there be a bed and this kind of workbench in a hideout? Anyways. We're closer to Ascalon Club. Ill-formed dazzled skull. We get to know quite a few new types of skulls. Oh. Ooh. Lady, please. Alright. So the West End has quite a few surprises up its rundown sleeve. It really looks like it was supposed to be noble, but now it's really run down. Oh, we have...
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh. Sorry, I nearly missed you. Oh. Ugh. Ooh.
This is despicable.
Get used to it. Door has been unlocked. I guess we're close to Ascalon. Unknown. Oh, now we are in the West End. Now we have people to talk to.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
In case you forgot that we are in London, in Britain. Union Jack.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reid. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
How to recognize a vampire? What might have given it away? I don't know.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reid?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
What a nice question. She's healthy, okay?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ascalon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
That instantaneously took a very, very political turn here. So, a new political and social topic being covered in terms of elections and women's right to vote.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires.
Oh no.
I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reid. And please, don't tell my mother.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reid? Or you?
No, maybe. Yeah, for sure.
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reid.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How is it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Valid question.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
Why do you still hope to become a vampire in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position?
True.
To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage, just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
We'll basically see that the monster is not really heteronormative, given that she talks about our arms, but also her mother's sweet kiss. Stop.
Stop playing this game at once, Charlotte. This is unworthy of you, of your mother, and of myself.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reid. Please forgive me. That was stupid.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
That might be true. So we know everything about her now. I have a few more people to talk to in the West End. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 people.